Welcome, students. Uh, you know that we had already completed the chapter that is reproduction in plants. So, yesterday also we had done some questions from NCRT. Today also we will discuss some more questions from NCRT. Explain what did you understand by sexual reproduction? While I was teaching, I had already told you that the reproduction is basically of two types. One is the asexual reproduction, and another one is the sexual reproduction. So, in the sexual reproduction, the main reproductive unit are the gametes, the male gamete and the female gamete, which is totally absent in the sexual reproduction. So, by sexual reproduction, what do we mean? It is the mode of reproduction in which the male and the female gamete they fuse together to form zygote. Now, the zygote means, so we can say, it is the first cell that has been developed by the union of the male and the female gamete which are fusing together. Now, this zygote undergoes cell division to form seeds of a plant. Okay, so the seed, this is basically coming from the repetitive cell division of the zygote, and ultimately these seeds uh, they grow up into a new plant. You had already known this fact very much, that whenever we are planting the seed and the seed gets the appropriate condition for its growth. Now, what do you mean by appropriate condition? That means the proper temperature, the proper um, light, sunlight, the proper supply of water, that is all the environment which is uh, favorable for the seed to grow. Then the seed grows, and this process has got a specific name. Yes, yes, it is the germination. That also you had studied when I was discussing about the seed germination. Okay, so I think it is clear to you what is the sexual reproduction. Now, the main difference between the asexual and the sexual reproduction. What is this? A very common example, very easy example, is the asexual reproduction only involves single parent. Why? Because no two gametes are involved here. We don't need two gametes to be involved. So the asexual reproduction only contains single parent, whereas sexual reproduction, it generally involves two parents. Okay, so in the asexual reproduction, they plants can give rise to the, or plants can give rise to new plant which are without the seed. Why without the seed? Because previously only by discussing about the sexual reproduction I told that zygote by repetitive cell division forms the seed of the plant. And what is zygote? It is the first cell which forms after the union or the fusion of the male and the female gamete. So, in asexual reproduction, there is no fusion, there is no union of the male and the female gamete, there is no formation of the zygote, and ultimately, when no zygote, that means no cell division of the zygote and no seed. So, in asexual reproduction, plants give rise to new plants without the formation of the seed, whereas in the sexual reproduction, it involves the fusion of the male and the female gametes. What are the male and the female gametes here? The male gamete is called the pollen grains, and the female gametes are, yeah, ovule. These are present in the ovary. So when you had studied about the pollination, which I will again discuss with you while we'll do the revision of pollination, you had seen that how the male and the female gametes fuse, they form the zygote. This zygote forms the seed. Okay, so I think by these definition or by these examples, you are very much aware now with the difference between the sexual and the asexual reproduction. Here is the diagram. Like first one is the female reproductive organ of a plant. That is, you can know this is the stigma, the next portion is the style, and this portion, the basement at the base portion is the ovary, within which contains the ovule, and ovule there is the female gamete or egg. So the style, stigma and ovary, this together called the pistil. Okay. So this is all about the female reproductive organ. And here we can see in the following diagram is the male reproductive organ of a plant, which you can see pollen grains. Pollen grains basically, the male reproductive system or the stamen, it usually contains two parts. The lowermost tube-like structure, we call it as filament, and in the above, the flower-like structure, which is known as a broadened structure, is known as the anther. The anther contains the pollen grains. Okay, so this anther and filament together known as the stamen. So are you clear with this, with the diagram, and also the concept of sexual and sexual reproduction? I hope everything is clear to you now. So again, obviously, thank you. Again, tomorrow we'll do some other questions from NCRT. Till then, all of you stay safe. Thank you.